There are also unintended consequences. This one I'm really interested in. For the first time, our species, for the first time in the history of our species, we're going to have a generation about the size of 1 billion people who do not have brothers and sisters. These are the little emperors. This has never happened before in human history. And we have no idea what the impact of having one of the most powerful countries in the world run by people who never had a brother or a sister. Could be great, but it's certainly going to have some impact. We know that our love of fertilizers and stuff during the Green Revolution was not all that cool now. And this is some really interesting data I just got out of National Geographic. This is primary school enrollment. Look at the far side, at the box at the end, where in 1991 there were 52 girls to every 100 boys in a classroom, and now there are 120 girls to every 100 boys in a classroom. This is really amazing in secondary education. But we might ask ourselves, do we really need a bunch of more dumbass guys running around the world? I mean, is this really what we want? Okay? So some of these innovations, which seem so exciting, have consequences. I think if we ask the wrong question, it doesn't really matter how good the answers are. We have to ask the right question. Think about that. If we ask if we ask the wrong question, it doesn't really matter how good the answers are, because it's the wrong question. We won't be solving the right problem. I think this is the fundamental thing to keep in your mind today. I wish I had said that, but a guy named Thomas Pynchon said that. I don't know if you've ever read Pynchon. This is the only thing he wrote I ever understood. He's a very complicated guy. Like, what if change isn't a clock that needs assembly? What if it isn't a bunch of pieces we're going to put together and make a magic thing that works? What if innovation in development assistance is about one simple change, sort of like that median age of marriage? What if we could just change this so that the director of aid, the director of the World Bank, spent 1/3 of their time in the field? I don't mean in photo ops, talking to the happy villagers about how wonderful the program is, and the program staff has been working for 6 weeks because they knew the guy was coming and everything had to look great. Okay, that's not what I mean. I don't mean these guys, these guys who do the photo ops in villages with the rock stars. I mean people who are actually spending 1/3 of their job working with the people who they're supposed to be helping. I know it's a ridiculous idea, it'll never happen. But I will suggest to you it happened once, and it made a huge difference when it did. Integration and innovation, I think, will be inevitable if this happens. I think they will see that there is no other solution but integration. So I hope I've entertained you a little bit. I probably disturbed you some, maybe challenged you and left you sort of the way this young man is, kind of pushing the rocks over. I want to come back to tell you that I think the only thing this young man has learned is 2 things. One, that whenever you understand these folks, really understand them, that's where innovation will come from. It will not come from Harvard University or from laboratories in California or from big fundraising. It will come from understanding who these people are and what their dreams are, what they really care about. The closer you can get to them. And this is not some tree-hugging, rhetoric. This is what the smallpox people did. This was the practical reality of smallpox eradication. And if you're determined, and if you have a community of friends, and if you have a dream, then you will make that come true. And I want to show you what I mean by that with one final little video. And this begins with a phrase you may not be able to hear because you have to read the subtitles for this. But the first subtitle is What Do People Live For? And this is a true story.
人为什么活着？ 为了思念，为了活下去，为了活更长，还是为了离开？
去骑摩托车吧！
五个台湾人，平均年龄81岁，一个重听，一个得了癌症，3个有心脏病，每一个都有退化性关节炎。6个月的准备，环岛13天，1139公里，从北到南，从黑夜到白天，只为了一个简单的理由。人为什么要活着
？But I do think you have some extraordinary dreams. And if my tribe of old guys can do that, your tribe of new guys can do it too. I think we, in many respects, going the wrong way, sorry. There we go. I think the practical case for integration is tough, to be really honest. We didn't do a very good job of it in my generation. We copped out for the easy solution, solve one problem at a time, organize around it, target, destroy it. I think that may work better for eradication efforts than it works for efforts that you can't eradicate. But if you believe in it and you believe in yourself, then it's your job to show us how to do it. Because we didn't do a terribly good job, and I believe all of you can. And I hope this was helpful in some way. Thanks.